Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of our RPG series. And in today's episode, we're going to be beginning the enemy attack. So the enemy AI attack, and then we'll probably finish it in the next episode. So we've got a lot to do today, so we're not going to waste so much time. I thank everybody for the support that you've been showing so far. And yeah, we're going to get right into it. So if you're enjoying the series, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel, do all that great stuff, and let's get right into it. Also, if you haven't joined our Discord server yet, link will be in the description below. You can join it, and then you can share your project or your errors, and then we can debug and fix them together. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. So what we're going to be looking at are two scripts today. So we already created them in the previous episode. So we've got this AI combat script, and also got the AI enemy behavior, obviously. So we're going to open up the combat script. So I'm sure this isn't how your combat script is looking, because I think I did some stuff to it. So I'm just going to remove this. Let's just remove everything here and just leave the void start and update. So we're going to say start, and then we're also going to say yeah, just the start is enough. So this is what we have with our combat script. I was testing some stuff, those are the stuff that you saw, but I'm sure you guys don't have that. If I'm wrong, then yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. So the first thing that we're going to do is obviously to have a reference to our attack scriptable object. So we're going to say attack type scriptable object, and this will be an array that we're going to call the combo sequence, just like the player. If you remember the way the player was working, that's what we're going to do. Then we're going to say we're going to have a private, if I can spell, a private integer of type current attack index, which we're going to set as 0. Then we're also going to have a private float called the last attack time, which is also going to be 0. And then we're gonna have a boolean called private bool is attacking. We're going to initialize that as false. Then we're gonna have a public float combo interval, and this will be equal to 3.0 f. So you can just play around with these numbers to get the perfect number for you. Then we're gonna have another private variable called private float. It's gonna be the last combo time, which is also going to be 0. Then we need a reference to our animator. Remember, we are supposed to animate our player, and since we do not have an animator controller for the enemy, we could create one, but that's a lot of unnecessary stuff. It's not supposed to be. You can do that in your own project. I think I would even advise it, but we'll go with this because we've spent too much time on this. I'm gonna say private boolean. Okay, so we're going to make it a combo timeout started. This will be equal to false. Then we need our usual private animation clip, animation clip that we're going to call the previous attack animation, just like the player combat system. So we're trying to make this enemy also have some combos. That's the plan. So in the start, obviously we're gonna say animator is equal to, we've done this a lot by now, you know it's inside the children. We're gonna say animator, and then we're going to now come down there and say our public void start combo. All right, public void start combo. And then we're going to have another public void here. So we're going to have it where it starts the combo, and then it will check if the combo is already is already going. Then it will just go to the continue combo function. So continue combo. We're going to do that a bit different from the player, because the player at least we've got input, so it's easier. Then we're now going to have our void update. Okay, and then we have anything, we've got a few more functions that we're going to do, and then we'll get into them one by one. But right now we've got our void play attack animation, like the way we did it in the player combat system. Then we're also going to say void apply damage. We won't do this in this episode, but we'll just create the function. Then we're going to create the final function, which is void reset combo, for us to be able to reset our combo. And that's it. So we're going to go into the very first function, which is the start combo, and then we're going to say if is not attacking. So if not is attacking, right, then we're going to say is attacking, we'll set to true. Then we're going to say the animator, okay, dot set bool. The bool that we're going to set is weapon equipped, so that he can equip the weapon if he doesn't have a weapon equipped. We haven't actually done that yet, but we'll set it right here. So they will have their weapon sheathed. Then we'll make them play the equip animation, or maybe not. Maybe we'll even just spawn the weapon into their arm. We'll see how we'll go with it, but this is what we'll go with for now, because we're just trying to get them to start attacking. Then we'll say last combo time is going to be equal to time dot time, so the time of the current frame. Then we're going to say current attack index will be 0. Then we're going to now call play attack animation, and then we're going to call apply damage. So apply damage, for right now we don't even have to call it, so let's just comment it out. We'll just comment it out for later. Now once that is done, actually we'll need a bit of something, because in this play attack animation we'll need the animation clip to play. So we'll say animation. So here now it will require an animation, so we're gonna come now and say combo sequence, like the way it was with the player, at what index. So this will be current attack index dot animation, and simple as that. Very simple. The start of the combo is done. Now what about if is attacking is true? Then we're going to come into continue combo here. So here we're going to say if is attacking, right, and current attack index is less than the combo sequence dot length minus 1. So if that condition is met, we're going to now say animator dot set bool again. Set bool. We're going to set the equip weapon bool to be equal to true. The weapon equipped. That's what I need to type. Let's see here if I can. Weapon. Yeah, come on. Equipped to be set to true. Then we're going to say current attack index. We're going to increment it. Then once it's been incremented, we're going to say play attack animation, and you guessed it, combo sequence, current attack index dot animation. Then we can also do the apply damage afterwards. So again, apply damage is for another episode when we've actually started using our weapons to deal some damage. But after that, we're going to go to, so those two are done. We're going to come to our play animation clip here, to this function. So we're going to say if the previous animation clip is not equal to now, so if it does have a previous animation clip, sorry about that. Okay, might need another. Yep. So if it does have, oh my goodness, right? We have. All right. If it does have a previous animation clip, we're going to say animator dot crossfade. You remember this? We did it for smooth animations. We did it for the player. We're going to say animation dot name. Okay, then point to F, right? Okay, let's make it 0.2 F like that. All right. Then we're going to say else. So animation clip is no. We're going to say animator dot play. Okay. Animation dot name, and then we're going to say previous animation clip is equals to animation, just the same way we did it in the other. We're going to move this from here. I don't know why they're in here. Just the same way we did it in the other. Player combat script. Then we're going to come to our reset combo. So in our reset combo, it's just going to be setting the booleans back to false. So we're going to say is attacking is equal to false. We're going to say current attack index, we'll bring it back to 0, and then we're going to say combo time it started will be equal to false, and that's it. So now we're going to go into our update function. So in our update function is where we're going to call the rest of this stuff. So we're going to say if he is attacking, do something. What do? We'll say if the time dot time minus the last attack time is greater than the max. We've forgotten a variable. We're supposed to have a variable up here called max combo window. Did we put that? No, we did not. So we need it here. So we're gonna say private float max combo window, which we're going to put at 1.0 F. Then we're gonna say if it is greater than if it's greater than let's see, once we hit 1 or equal to, let's make it or even equal to, so that it's more, we're gonna say the combo sequence dot length minus 1. Oh no, oh my goodness, what am I doing? If it's let's see, yes, if it's greater than or equal to the max combo window, oh my goodness, what am I doing? Then what we're going to say here, what we're going to say is reset combo. So if it's passes, we just reset the combo. Else, okay, this is what is attacking. Else, alright, let's not say else. We could say, how I'm gonna do this. Let's say if not combo timeout started, and then end time dot time minus last combo time is greater than combo interval, or is greater than or equal to the interval. Then we're gonna say combo dot timeout started is equals to true. And then we're gonna say start combo. We'll deal with the continued combo a bit later on. Yeah, we'll deal with it a little bit later on. Now we'll go with that. Then we're gonna save that. We're going to go into our enemy behavior. We've got an issue here because our AI combat doesn't have the attack function anymore. It's got the start combo function. So we're gonna call it there. Once we're close enough, let's if we are starting the combo using that, we're gonna go there, and then if it's not attacking, we're gonna do that, say that. Then right here, we're going to say else. If it's attacking, we shall just say continue combo. So let's come back to Unity. I have an issue. We saved everything in the enemy behavior. Everything is saved. We're putting the combo there. Okay. So let's come to the dummy. We've given him 2 animations. Combo interval is 3, and let's see how this will behave. Now we're gonna get an error. He's gonna move forward, and then let's go and get him to see us. He sees us, and then he attacks, and then he attacks again. Okay, so we've got a bit of an issue still. Not that bad, but a bit of an issue. So let's go into the enemy behavior and also fix some things in there. So inside the enemy behavior, there are a few things that we are going to introduce. So the first thing that we're going to introduce is a transform at the top here. So we're gonna say private transform I location. So we want him to be able to look from this transform. Then once that is done, we are going to also introduce something else called the public layer mask. If you remember this, we did in the previous one. Public layer mask, target layer. Then we're going to come into, so let's not make this private, let's make this public so that we can set it in the editor. So we're going to come into the check for player, and inside of the check for player, once we've got our hit, we're going to change some things here. So we're going to add a new vector3 at the top here. We're going to say vector3 raycast origin, which is going to be equal to I location transform dot position, and then the forward direction is going to be, we're going to add another one here. We're going to change the way this works. So we're going to say vector3 raycast direction is going to be equal to transform dot forward. Right. Let's actually negate this. So let's say let's negate that, or let's leave it first and see, because it might actually work out for the best. In my notes I actually negated it. Alright, let's come here where it says transform.position. We're going to change this to the raycast origin. We're also going to change this part here to the raycast origin, and then this part where it says to player.normalized, we are going to change this to, going to change that to the raycast direction dot normalized. We're not negating it, we're just leaving it. Right. And then again here the same, and then the draw ray is going to be again from the raycast origin to this guy. Oh my gosh. There we go. And then we're also going to look for, alright. Okay. Okay. Let's see how this is going to look before we finish off what we're trying to do in today's episode. So we're going to go to our dummy here. We might need to negate it now that I see that the Z is pointing away from the player. We could either rotate our player to make the player face in that direction, and then anyway, let's not do that. Let's just leave that as is. All we're going to say is inside of our dummy, we're going to create an empty object called I level location, or let's say vision start point. So this is our vision start point. Now this vision start point, we're going to drag it up to the neck somewhere there. I'm going to bring it forward to somewhere there. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be firing this way. So let me see, if we were to rotate it minus 180, I don't know, we're gonna see. It might give us a bit of a problem. We're going to come here to the behavior. Alright, we're going to say player is the one that we want people to hit. Then we're going to look for our eye location transform and pass our vision start point, so that from this start point it should fire a ray directly forward. Might be a problem if the direction is saying transform, so the transform where the script is seated might not be the best for us to use, but we can say eye location transform dot transform. So we use that, its transform as the direction. Why is this giving me an error? Why is that giving me an error? Let me see. So we said, oh, okay, it's forward. Alright, so we're gonna say I location transform dot forward. So it might give us an issue, but we'll see. That's the point of debugging. So if we hit play, you can see where our issue is. Our ray is firing back that way, and that's the issue that I thought we were gonna have, because you can see the Z is pointing that side and our player isn't facing that side. So what are we going to do here? Rather than rotate our player around and do all that, what we are going to do is to negate it. So we're going to negate it there. Alright, let's not negate it there, let's just negate it one place. So the direction, we're going to negate it there. Okay, once we negate it like that, it will now start firing from the front. And you can see it's firing from the front right there. And then he sees us and then he tries to attack. But now we've got another issue where he's not really coming up to us. So we're gonna set player found is true, last known. We're gonna do that. Then if the enemy type is grounded, there's a few things that we're going to do here. So a few things that we're going to do here. We're going to first bring in a new float. We're going to say float distance to player is going to be equal to vector 3 dot distance. So here's what we're trying to do. What we want is that the player should move towards the player, or the enemy should move toward the player until a certain location and then stop and then attack from that location. So once we say dot player position, then we're going to say criterion and then the slurps and then the patrol speed. Then here we're going to say if the distance to player is less than or equal to the enemy behavior dot attack range else we're going to go into this else we're going to go into the move up to there. Else we're going to move. Okay, so if our distance to player is less than or equal to our attack range, that means it's within our attack range, we are then going to call two functions. We're going to call AI locomotion dot stop chasing. So we don't have that function yet, but we're going to write it. Stop chasing. For now, we can just, let's just leave it there. And then we're going to remove this if statement and that there. And then we're going to call our AI combat dot attack. So our attack will only be called if we are within the specified attack range. So let's go into our AI locomotion here. We're going to create a new function here and call it public void stop chasing. And then what is this public void stop chasing going to do? So what is this public void stop chasing going to do? It's going to just set our boolean of is chasing. Did we write that? Did we write that boolean here? Let's see. We have boolean stop chasing. We don't. Alright, let's create it here. Let's create it here. Let's say public bool. Let's try to make this serialized field. Serialized field bool. Serialized field bool is chasing, which is equals to false. At the start, it's gonna be equals to false. Then we're gonna set it here to is chasing is equal to false. And then we're gonna also say the animator set bool. So we're gonna set the set float, not bool. Oh my goodness. Set float. Remember, we want to make him stop moving, and the float is vertical. We're gonna set it back to 0. Okay. And then let's come here. Let's come here and see how we're going to. We need to be able to set this boolean to true. So we might actually need to set it in the other script. So let's say let's make it a public, not serialized field, so it will be a public so that we can access it in another script. Public bool is chasing. So that when we come to our enemy behavior here, we can come to this part where we are going to chase the player. We're going to say is chasing. We're going to say AI locomotion dot is chasing is equal to true. And then we're going to do that. We're gonna chase. Then once we hit stop chasing, then return to patrol, as where we'll now change to is chasing is equal to false. We haven't yet completely done the return to patrol, but it's coming up. It's piece by piece. Then yeah, for now that should be it. We should see some data behavior. Let's just check some few things that we might need to change here. So if we go to our player controller, then the combat system, combat attacks, is it on combat attacks where we have no, that's on the AI. So we're going to go to our characters, enemies, enemy type. You can see our attack range is quite big. Let's set that to like 3, and then the vision range to 10 is fine. Then we can save that. We come here, we can actually save that. Then now we've got a very small attack range, so it should be able to get us very close. So if we come there and make sure that he sees us, he's coming towards us, but then we've got a bit of an error. What's the error? What's our error saying? Object reference not set to an end. Okay, so what object reference is this? So the AI locomotion dot current patrol point is not being set correctly, and I noticed that I just forgot to change it. So that is inside our chase player. Inside our chase player. So the last known point. Okay, let's just comment this out for now. We're not even using it for anything currently. So we're going to comment out the last known patrol point. We're not using it for anything yet. We'll figure out how to make it work better. So right now it sees us, we run forward, it sees us, but then he's not moving towards us. Okay, so we've got another bug, and now this bug is happening here. Okay, so after a lot of debugging, I have decided to rewrite the check for player script. So we've got the 2-player. The raycast direction has changed, so we've got the I location, and then remember the I location that we created up here, the public transform I location. And then we're coming here and saying the vector 3 raycast origin is going to be equal to the transform I location transform the position. Then we've got the vector 3 I to player, which is our new direction, which is player position minus I transform dot position. So this is one of the changes right here, the I transform dot position. Then the distance to player, rather than doing it with the vector 3 dot distance, we've gone with the to player, the very first one, which is the player position minus transform dot position dot magnitude, which will give us a float that we shall pass into our distance to player. After that, we'll go into our raycast heat, and then we've got a few changes. So if the physics.raycast origin is the one that's going to come there, then I to player dot normalize, then I to player dot out heat enemy behavior range. Okay. Then if you still have our layer mask, you can just add it here, but I took it out. Then the debug.draw ray raycast origin, you draw the ray. Then if the heat collider you compare, then player found is equals to true. Then here is where we are setting, because we've also fixed the return to position. So if air locomotion current patrol point is equal to null, it will set the current patrol point. Then it will continue to say if the enemy is of type ground, it will do the quaternion.look rotation, then it will look to the I to player. Okay, you have to change that part as well, so to ensure the enemy is always first facing the player. Previously we had done to player. I think even if you leave it to player, it will still work. Then the transform.rotation is equals to the slurp. Then patrol speed, we'll set it. Then the move direction, we'll set it there. Then the move direction.y, we'll set it to 0. Then we'll say if distance to player is less than enemy behavior.attack range, we will stop the chase and start the combo. Okay. Else, we will set our float for the vertical, and then we will move to the player. Okay, that's it. That's all changed. And once you excuse me, once you have those changes, you should remember to, let's use, I had created another one while debugging. So we've got our vision start point. If you remember, we created it, we put it right there. That's our vision start point. So you can move it from the dummy and make it a child of the actual model. That's what I did. Then once you've done that, you come and put it there. You come and put it there. Then in your case, it's this guy, the ground. So let me also use the same one, and then I'm gonna give him 2, not 1. Make sure it's 2, because 2 is a good number. So we'll use 2. I tested it. Then once that is done, our vision range, we can put it at 10 for now. Then we can look at him. He's going, once he sees us, he's gonna chase us, so we'll give him time to see us, and then he chases us, and then you can see him get there and start attacking. Okay, you can see that. Now the other thing that we fixed is once he sees us and let's say we run away, he should just return to patrolling. So look at him there. Upon seeing us, we can move forward. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, there he sees us. If we run away, he goes back to patrolling. You can see there he continues just patrolling to wherever he was going. So that's what we've accomplished in this one, which is very, very good. Now in the next episode, what I'm thinking is we make him, instead of just returning to patrol upon losing sight, he should go to the last known position of the player and then look around there. So kind of how Assassin's Creed does it. So if our last known position was right here, we want him to move there and just, you know, stand there for a bit while maybe we even have a sphere cast over a big area around that location, so that we make him pick a random point within that sphere cast to keep moving to for like 5 seconds, and if he doesn't find the player within that 5 seconds, he can then return to continue the patrol. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing in the next episode. Yeah, so if you don't want to miss that and you're new, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. If you are one of us already, just leave a comment, like the video. It helps the channel out, and it doesn't even take much of your time. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. I will leave the script, the updated script to this episode in the link in the description below, so that you guys can follow the actual script, because we had a bit of an issue and I've changed the way it's working. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.